It's not long.
I know, plug it up to the extension cord.
Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is your boy D Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is this digital asset space. What's going on, guys? What is going on? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's doing outstanding. So let's go, my friend, says XOP World Never Stops. Leo Brazil _ crypto. How you doing, my friend? Without question. XOP Benno's in the building. TJ Jackson was in the building. What's up, TJ? Hit the likes on your way in. Let's do this. Alex G says, hey, what's going on, Alex? Paul Bogo's in the building. Hi, Siege. What's up with you, Paul? This is nuts. Good day, Siege. Hope all is well. It is indeed, guys. If you haven't had a chance, smash the likes on the way in real quick. Collapse the chat. Go smash that like, then come back and hang out. Staff Sergeant Marine says the champ stream. How about that? Good to see you, Staff Sergeant of Marines. This is nuts is in. Hey, everyone. Guys, yeah, so interesting thing, right? Watching Kimes early this morning. I had to catch the replay, unfortunately, because I had an appointment to get to right at 10 o'clock. And I hope I didn't scratch my phone. Nope, I didn't. And what was it? Listening to that after the appointment, so I got on about 11:30 or so. And price set stuff was awesome and it's cool, and it 1,000% makes sense. I think Kimes, someone said something about works at Ripple or for the Treasury or something like that. I remember I commented on one of his streams early on about wish I could be like a fly on the wall or something like that. I feel like Kimes is like a fly on the wall inside of Ripple or some other organization, because his brain just goes to places, right? But it always for me makes sense, right? Absolutely makes sense. And so this whole price set thing, we all know that, one of the things that we like to say here is we all know that they need the price to be high, right? They need the price to be high, right? Because the global economic crisis waits on no one and has zero patience, right? And I saw a tweet from Digital Nomad Investor that gave me the idea for the title of this stream, right? Gave me the title. He has been nailing it, TJ Jackson Kimes, right? Get you thinking, get you pondering, because you can look at things from different avenues, and that's, I think, is great about the community. We can take the talents, strengths of individuals in the community and grow together, right? Yeah, and grow together. I saw that Cryptopolis, he was either promoting someone's thing or he has his own thing. I'm not sure which one. And talked about, I thought it said generational wealth series. I thought it's what it said, right? So the thing is that we can inspire each other and take the strengths from each other and become wealthy together, and more importantly, stay wealthy. Stay wealthy together, right? So guys, 44 people on the stream, 16 likes, guys. If you haven't had a chance yet on the way in, if you didn't get to do it on the way in, just collapse the chat, go smash the like if you join the hangout, and then come back and hang out on the channel. Titan X is in the building, right? Danielle Dogans, how about that, Danielle? How are you? Good to see you in the stream. I don't think I've seen you in the stream before. Deep Mind Lab Visionaires in the building, guys. What's going on, Deep Mind? What's up, XRP family? Came in to body slam that like button. How about that? I appreciate that, my dude. XRP Lava's in the house. What's going on, XRP Lava? Ronnie Mayhair. I hope I'm saying that right. Hey, Siege, what I missed? Not much. We're going to talk a little bit about, something that I think is really, really important. Price set is cool and it's awesome, and how we're going to get there very much feels like a valuation of some sort from the central banks, like Kimes had mentioned in his stream, right? But I say that it doesn't matter. We don't get to that price set. We don't get to an evaluation without a crisis. We don't get there without a crisis, whether it be what's going on with China right now, whether it's a China trade deal, what's going on with this virus, whether it's the global economic crisis, whether it's the central bank debt We don't get to that price set valuation without that, right? Because the populace, the masses are not going to be cool with, oh, okay, you guys own a bunch of XRP. Oh, so that's why you want it to be 2,000 per. Okay, cool. Right, that right, there's going to be rioting in the streets, right, right, if that's the case. So we have to have a crisis to get us there. And who was it? Digital Nomad Investor had an interesting tweet that kind of led me to the title of the stream. So let me do this real quick. I can barely hear myself talking. I get kind of chilly in this room. I don't know, my office. Maybe it's drafty in here. But guys, 55 people on the stream. Wow, appreciate you hanging out. 24 likes. So guys, if you haven't had a chance to do it, yeah, just collapse the chat, go smash a like. Let me say what's good to everyone that came in to hang out. This is nuts. It's good to see you. Kwasanda, what's good, my dude? We are in the game. That's right, my friend. And winning. By the way, we're winning. Staff Sergeant in the Marines. Hello to all the winners. There you go. Yeah, Wuhan that's a little crazy, right? Perhaps that's the crisis that we speak about. Steve O.D. XRP, what's up, my dude? Good to see you in the stream. Cookie Munt is in the building. As always, appreciate you being here, Cookie Munt. All good in Auckland, and another day closer to financial freedom. How about that? How about that? That is outstanding. FLEXRP version 3, as I like to say. Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? Charlie G, what's up, C's? How you doing, Charlie? Good to see you in the stream, bro. Titan X, I like that. XRP will go to $20. I like the sound of that, my friend. Aaron M, Subsiege. What's going on, Aaron M? I said hey to Danielle. That's someone new to the channel, I believe. Danielle, where are you checking in from? Danielle Dogans, where are you checking in from? Threadwork Derek is in the building from Sunny Bay of Quincy. Sunny Bay. How you doing, Threadwork Derek? Well, it's XRP lighting away. Good afternoon to you, sir. Good to see you in the stream. Benjamin Salisbury. Hey, everybody. What's up, Benjamin? Leo _ Brazil Crypto was first. How about that? Where's Jason GL? Oh, well, XRP Banner. What's up, my friend? Good to see you in the stream, man. So much XRP talent in this room, without question. Alex Sheets, I sent you a link to another video on YouTube. I hope you can watch it. Now, is this a second one? I watched that first one, my friend. Is this? I watched the first one that you sent me. Is this another one, Alex Sheets? Because I did check out the other one. And the idea is, you know, what's most important is, listen, we are excluded, right? So we all know that we are excluded from the overall big plan, right? You and I, it's the average Joe and Jane, we're not part of the overall big plan. The key is to understand that there's an overall big plan, what it's made up of, and how can we benefit from said plan to level up the lifestyles for us, for our families, and those around us, right? That's the key. Brandon L is in the building. What's up with you, my friend? Good to see you here. Martin 958's in. XRP is set to fly. How about that? What? Uh-oh. There's no way. Stash Sauce and Marie says, "Sees breaking news. Read the back of your Lysol wipes. Lysol wipes kills coronavirus." That means this virus is not new, folks. Can't make this up. See it for yourself. What? What? I knew that the virus was not new. I just never knew that was on there. That's kind of interesting. One's in the building. I have to fly across country to Florida. I'm not really happy about the Wuhan. I hear that, man. That's scary stuff. Jason Geo, here you are, my friend. I was just asking about you. I was just pondering. Where was my dude? Jason Geo. XRP is a beach ball being held underwater. I love that phrase. I heard that from blockchain backer this morning. Brian Schrader's in the building. How you doing, Brian? Top. Good to see you in the stream. Niels is in the building. What's up with you, my friend? Good to see you. Brian Caffeine Harris. What's good with that? What are you doing? I don't think I've ever seen you in the stream, Brian Caffeine Harris. What's good with you? Danielle, did you let us know where you're checking in from? I would love to hear that. Did I miss it? I bought Charlie League's bags is in the building. XRP is the champ. The champ is here, without question. I bought Charlie's bag. That is without question. Thunder. We have a thunder sound. We got a thunder. What's going on with thunder? I hear you, dude. Thunder says ramen noodles used to be my favorite. And eggs, baby. Ramen noodles, I should say. Ramen noodles. And the rest goes into XRP. I hear that, my dude. One day the ramen noodles will be steak and lobster. Without question, my friend. Good for you, dude. Good for you. Good for you to have that vision of a new thing, of a different lifestyle, and seeing it and being willing to make the sacrifice today to make that happen. Proud of you, my dude. Proud of you, bro. Let me see. Did I miss anyone else coming in? Darcy B, what's going on, dude? Good to see you. Trey G. How you doing, Trey G? Good to see you in the stream, my friend. How about that? Trey G says, just getting into XRP. Can't believe I didn't catch it sooner. Thank God I finally opened my mind to it. I hear you, my friend. Good for you. I'm glad you did. Glad that you did. Cadillac's in the building. What's going on with you, Cadillac? He said, Cadillac says 30. She was the 30. Cadillac said 36 likes, 74 in the chat. Let's get bullish on Siege like upstate New York strong. How about that? Upstate New York, huh? I hear that. Got family in upstate New York, Cadillac. T Lux says, hey man, just found your channel 2 weeks ago. Appreciate the drive time streams. Super relaxed conversations about the future of XRP and crypto in general. Thanks for keeping it real. Oh, I appreciate that, T Lux. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we do here without question. I appreciate you being here, T Lux. Yeah, so the guys, that's in the end, that's what it is, right? In the end, we can't. The price set is cool, and I'm bullish on that price set. I really, really am. And that valuation of how it's going to get there, right? Remember what we said in the stream before? Do not sleep, right? Don't sleep on the on the Nasdaq, the XRP liquidity Nasdaq, what is it called? The Nasdaq's XRP liquidity index. We cannot sleep on that. And I believe it was Brian Benton who had a great comment in the chat on Kimes that I screenshotted. I mean, took a picture of, I should say. Let's see if I can find that from Brian Benton, who was laying down some stuff. Brian Benton said, crypto, he was talking to Crypto Life, stability comes after the purge, and NASDAQ liquidity index becomes the standard. Becomes the standard. Brian is a smart guy. I believe that is the question. Why else would the NASDAQ have a BTC, an ETH, and an XRP liquidity index? If they did not know and understand that it's going to be important to have one, right? And the standard, I like that phrase. Absolutely like that phrase. So, but it's got to be a crisis to get to that point. The price set and the valuation, how we get there, we have to have the crisis. And perhaps the crisis will be just like digital nomad investor said. Okay, I'm going to pull that up. What did the digital nomad investor say? That perhaps it could be one of these debt situations, the global debt, right? It could be the government debt. It could be the central bank debt. It's kind of feeling like it's going to be the central bank debt, does it not? It's kind of feeling like it's going to be the central bank debt. That's what it's feeling like to me. That's Bank of America, right? That's what it's feeling like to me. That's going to be the one. Where is this manifesto? Doesn't it? It really feels like that's what it's going to be. It's going to be the central bank debt. And we're all familiar with the XRP Manifesto 4.0, right? Right. We're all very, very familiar with that from Digital Nomad Investor. And I think I retweeted his tweet. I retweeted his tweet. Let's go here. XRP Manifesto 4.0 status update. Status update. I think this is probably one of the more important things that we should probably be paying attention to more so than anything is having our XRP radar antennas up, looking for this. Let me find his tweet. And let's talk about this for a little bit. See, it's Digital Nomad Investor says here, says, shout out to Digital Nomad Investor. Appreciate that dude sharing with his experience and knowledge in the space that he's very, very familiar with and lending that expertise to those of us in the community. Keep watching the stock markets, the price of oil, airport closures, and city and country quarantine. Look for its impact on shipping goods globally. Then look for propaganda about the global economy taking a dive as a result. Right? Shout out to Digital Nomad Investor, right? So we can't get to the price set without this, and that is a crisis of some sort, of major proportion, right? That's how we get there, right? And so if the central banks have to kind of clear up their balance, shape up that balance, free up some liquidity, and they hold this digital asset, right, that is XRP, or they have access to it, or it's getting doled out to them from the IMF, however that looks, it has to be a crisis first. And we want to start paying attention to what it possibly could be. And it's looking like to me that it's going to be about the central banks. They're the ones that are moving forward in a kind of open way in terms of digital assets, right? That's what it feels like to me, that they're the ones that's kind of openly saying CBDCs. We're looking to on our own. We all know that they're going to have a bridge asset. We saw the thing from the WEF where they mentioned Ripple amongst these CBDCs as this XRP rather amongst these CBDCs as the bridge asset, right? Right. And so why again, we all know that they need the price of XRP to be high. But they can't just say, look, we got this asset, it's valuable to us, and we want the price to be high, right? There has to be something. There has to be this crisis. Geo XRP is in the building. What's going on, Geo? Central banks are becoming very aggressive. They are indeed. Perwinkles O'Brien says hello. Good to see you, Perwinkles O'Brien. Where's Gregory Manorino these last few days? That name sounds familiar. Why does that name sound familiar to me, Darcy? Grad Barlinghouse in the building. What's going on, Grad? He says 53 likes. Come on, people. Got 108 people in the stream and 61 likes. Guys, if you didn't get a chance to smash the like on the way in, just collapse the chat real quick. Just smash the like, then come back and hang out. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel, if you're enjoying the content, you can sub and hit the notification bell so you know that when we do go live. XRP Rocket Man. Hello, people. What's up, XRP Rocket Man? Oh, I appreciate that, Cadillac Siege 100. And your family has an open invitation to our 50-year-old family campground on Saratoga Lake, Lees Park, Saratoga Springs, New York. Oh, wow. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, my friend. It's very kind. GeoXRP says, I just arrived and read through the replies. 1,000 XRP. How about that? How about that? Dubian 2 is in the building. What's up, Dubian? Hi, Siege. What's up? What's up with you, man? BC Matrix. Good to see you in the stream, my friend. Huh. I bought Charlie's bag. Says Biotrol equals kills coronavirus. $3.99 per bottle. Google it. Oh, how about that? Crypto Dreads in the building. Yeah, what's up, fam? Okay, Danielle Dogans is from Wisconsin. It was good to see you in the stream, Danielle. Good to see you here. Well, I'm not good. I don't know much about the S&P, my friend. Staff Sergeant Marine says, Siege, I heard once the S&P hits 3,300, that's when the crash happens. Not sure how true it is. I think you said no, or maybe you said thoughts. Yeah, I don't know. Someone in the stream, was it someone in the stream the other day said February. Someone in the stream said February. Oh, that was the $4 million bet. Was that you? Or was that Morris Prince? It was a $4 million bet that if the crash was going to happen in February, I believe. I believe that was Morris Prince who said that. Deep Mind makes a great point. 100 billion XRP is not enough. That's why they have to have a high value, right? That's why the high value is so important, because you use less of it to make these transactions happen. Yeah, and so did you guys see I don't know if you guys follow Alessio Rastani, but he had a little diagram of Bitcoin and traditionally how Bitcoin does during, I guess it's January to December or whatever. It was a really good thing. I don't know if okay. I think it's on this one here. And he showed the months traditionally. That wasn't the one. He had a chart, and I don't know where it is, but he had a chart. Where is this? He had a chart, and I saw it on my phone, so I thought it was his latest video. If Bitcoin does this one thing, it's time to get out. Signal. And it was on my phone. I watched it on my phone. I'll have to find it for you guys. But he had a chart, and it showed from 2014, I thought, to 2019, the months that Bitcoin did well. And it was February. It did extremely well. Its highest, its best month in the year was February. March was down big time. Then April and May were up again, but not as high as February. I didn't pay attention to the next months, but that got me thinking about, and I don't know why it's not on there now, but that got me thinking about. Yeah, I knew they were going to call right in the middle of my stream, but that got me thinking about, so what's the altcoins? When are the altcoins going to kind of do their thing? So if we got February where Bitcoin's doing this thing, you got March Bitcoin's going to be all the way down, right? And then you got April and May Bitcoin's going to be really up. So when is the altcoin thing going to happen? Well, May is the halvening month, and generally Bitcoin really starts to do its thing in April. And then, so when is the dominance thing gonna flip? When is it going to swap? That's really the key. When is that swap going to take place? Right? When is the dominance from Bitcoin dominance to now altcoin dominance, if you will? When is that going to happen? But if February is going to be a good month for Bitcoin, how are you preparing for that? If traditionally from 2014 to 2019, Bitcoin was really, really doing well each year in February, February being the best month. So February was the best month for Bitcoin. Best month, 2019, 2018, 17, you know what I mean? So what is it going to be? That's which is very, very interesting to me. That would be February, right? Because didn't December, I thought December of 2017 and then 18 were the better months. But according to that chart that I saw from this guy, and I can't find it now, came up in a notification, and now I can't find it. I don't know why. But I remember when I saw it, I said, wow, that's an interesting chart from Alessio. But I didn't watch the video though, so it's probably, I'm not going to find it here. But how are we going to prepare for that? When is, and I think I texted that out. No, I put that on the name of my video. When's the alt season? Yeah, I never watched the video, so I don't know which one of it is of his. Maybe you guys who follow Alessio might know, where he showed the months that Bitcoin does well. So when is that going to happen? It's a very, very, very interesting thing. But we're prepared, right? Hope a lot of you guys watch Mr. B's video that I put in the link that shows you how to put your sell orders in if you're interested in doing that. And Cointelegraph is the guy who actually went through it and went over it. Hope you guys have done that. Let's see what's up. Upstate Peeps and I are planning an outdoors fireside freedom cryptocurrency conference. What? So you got a lot of people up there, upstate New York, who are in the digital assets Cadillac. They get it. They understand it. No pushback. That would be nice. Deep Mind says, call me crazy. I don't think BTC will lead the next bull season. How about that? How about that? So here's the thing. We got April. We got this thing going on in April. Number one, traditionally, the kind of run up to the halvening is generally 30 to 60 days before the halvening. The halvening, the Bitcoin halvening is in May, right? So that would mean April, late March, right? Well, what's going on in April? What's going on in April? You guys remember? The WE Forum governance, the governance forum is going on April 21st and 22nd by the WEF in April, right? There's another significant thing that's going on in the digital asset space in April as well. But don't you find it interesting that that thing is being held in San Francisco, California? Is Robert Westberg in the building? Robert's in the building. What's going on, friend? Do you have an GeoXRP says, Siege, do you have an audible alert when XRP pumps or rockets? I do not. I do not. I used to do that for BTC when I was trading BTC in and out of Tether. But I do not have that. I have my sell order. I have the first of 4 sell orders in. I have to resubmit something to Genesis. I forgot to. I forgot to really go all in on one particular question, so I have to resubmit that. So hopefully I can resubmit that and tell them what they want to hear. At Crypto Sees, yo, what's up? What's good? Robert Westberg, good to see you, my friend. Jared XRP says Bitcoin Cash will surpass Bitcoin. How about that? I tell you what, Alex Yeet, if you're still here, that watching that video was very, very interesting to me. Alex Yeet shared a video with me, and it just, you know how we've talked on this channel before about, like, why is Why is Madame Lagarde and the United Nations and the BlackRock CEO talking about climate change? Like, why are they talking about climate change? It just like it made no sense to me. Why are they talking about climate change? Well, it's just it's a I don't want to say distraction, but it's just like a little puppet. It's like a little thing that they're dangling out. That's not the real reason. Right? They're not concerned about climate. They're not really concerned about climate change. It's just a way for them to kind of backdoor and put something in place to quote unquote have more control over the masses. Dryce is in the building. Hey, everyone, good to see you, Dryce. Yeah, how about that? Tim Draper, Leo Brazil Crypto says Tim Draper said that in 15 years, the crypto market cap will be 80 trillion. You know what I found to be interesting, and listen, I can't validate this. There's no way for me to check it out, but I was in a Telegram chat last night. It was late. Someone said they were in there and they were speaking with their friend's wife, and the friend's wife said something about controlling the price of XRP in London or from London. What? That's pretty interesting. But that's what it was said, and then it never went on from there because apparently she, the person who was like in on doing such a thing, was um, had a few cocktails. How about that? Had been drinking. Guys Hibernian. Subseas, where are your stream times? Are you random? Yeah, generally it's between 3 and 4 o'clock Eastern time, and 8:30 between 8:30 and 9:30 at night. Except for when we do Wealth Wednesdays, a generational wealth series or generational wealth strategy. I might have to change the name now. Um, that's at 7 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday. Anybody follow Alessio Rastani? TJ Jackson says, I want to open an inside trampoline space and a skating rink. Good for you, bro. How about that? I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited for you, TJ. I am excited for you. So, guys, I believe that this crisis is going to start heading in the direction of the central bank debt. The central bank debt. Staff Sergeant Marie says Alessio is good to go. Okay, yeah, I like Alessio. Is Dark Matter in the building? Dark Matter Trading Group. There he is. What to do, Crypto Nights? What's up, Dark Matter? Good to see you in the stream, my friend. So that's what I think it is. Again, the price set. There is no price set without this, and that is a crisis and a global crisis. Central banks' agenda is to digitize all money and to push climate change narratives. Electric cars were suppressed until the 5G smart cities go blockchain. I hear that. It makes perfectly good sense. Makes perfectly good sense. And so, in the end, I said this before earlier in the stream, we're not part of the overall picture, right? In the decision making, the idea or plan, but the idea is to understand that there is an overall decision making plan, and there's layers to that, right? We have to be aware of it and recognize and point out how can we take advantage of said moves so that we can level up and secure the lifestyles of our families, our friends, and those around us. That's the key. That is why I like digital nomad investors channel so much, because that is exactly information that he shares, is it allows us to do exactly that. You hear him say globalists a lot, right? You hear him say globalists a lot. There's a reason for that. And we just got to understand this is where it is. This is how it is. This is what it is. And how can we take advantage of it, right? Like the tax laws, for example. The tax laws are what it is, where it is, and how can we take advantage of those tax laws, right? We can decide to be an employee. We can decide to be specialists, right? We can decide to be a business owner, a big business owner, or we can decide to be an investor, right? How do we take advantage of the tax laws, right? Because we're not part of making them, right? So we got to figure out how we can leverage them to our benefit, right? Crypto Phantom says just made it in. How about that? Central bank debt. I think it's going to be the move. Why else? Why else will we have this forum, this governance forum taking place by the World Economic Forum? Why would there be a governance, I guess it's called a summit? Why would there be a governance summit put up and made up of people from the World Economic Forum? Why would they have this kind of governance summit, right? But they got to have something to point to. They can't just say, "Well, we're the central banks. We know we're going to get dished out this XRP some way, shape, form, or fashion. Even if we have to have hedge funds hold it for us, and we want this value to be up there just because, right? Can't be just because, right? Because then there would be rioting in the streets. Right? There has to be a crisis. You know what I mean? Chicken or the egg says, surely something has to happen soon. Please, God. Not another year of good news and no price action. Exactly. Feels like this is the year, does it not? It really does. And the reason why I'm really comfortable in about the price movement this year is because people who are not perhaps what's the word? I don't want to say XRP. Yeah, I would say XRP community members. They may hold XRP and they may trade XRP, but they're not part of that quote unquote. What are we saying now? XRP underscore intelligence, right? They're not part of that. Remember the XRP army. So they come from a position of, I'm looking at the traditional market and how it's played out, the history of it. Not, I'm looking at that history, and it looks like this is the year of the bull run. It looks like these are the digital assets that are going to make their thing, kind of based on that. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that perspective, right? Because otherwise it can get a little twisted. We can approach things from a bias, hope that it gets their perspective, right? And so from that perspective, traditional wise, it's going to be a run. And when you got guys who that I mentioned are kind of like that, who are just pretty much traders, not necessarily part of the army or the XRP underscore intelligence group, right? Um, when you see sell orders of $5, $13, $26, $55, when you see sell orders like that in place, right? That tells you something. When they have cash out points at those levels, that kind of tells you something, chicken or egg, right? It really, really does. All right, let me see what's going on. Win Mullet is in the building. What's up, Win Mullet? Good to see you, my friend. Last Rice XRP, how are you doing? Last Rice XRP says, if it is not this year, I'll just be able to collect more XRP coins. There you go. And to have someone just getting an XRP, and forgive me if I forgot your name and your handle on the channel here, just getting into it, it's good to know that you're able to get in. I think it's a really, really short window. I really, really do. Oh, Deep Mind, didn't you text me something? Hold on. Let me check out that. I didn't read your last text, my friend. Whoa. Wow. Let me know if it's okay for me to share that, Deep Mind. Oh, that's just powerful in itself. Let me know if it's okay to share that last text, my friend. But the dude is in the building. What's good, Steve? What's good with you, the dude? Appreciate you being here, my friend. Heard them giving you a shout out on Times of Stream earlier today. Alchemist 009er. Sup, Siege? What's good with you, Alchemist 009? Top says, I'm keeping a stack until 20,000 plus per XRP. And that's I hear you, my friend. I hear you. That's exciting to know that it can get there. Gregory Marino is working with Love for Cryptos this week on a podcast. Okay. Thank you, Michael O2. I appreciate that. That's good to know. And I know the name sounds familiar. But what was crazy? Someone recommended a video to me too the other day. No, was it a recommendation or did I stumble upon it? I stumbled upon it. Global Reset. And this is why there's going to be a global reset. It was a great video. This dude was talking 25,000 per ounce for gold and 1,000 or more ounces, an ounce for silver. I'm like, what in the wide world? And saying basically we could wake up one morning and they could change it, right? Maybe during a weekend or some kind of bank holiday, wake up and there it is. I'm like, man. Every now and then I think, man, I should have kept my gold and silver, but I'm happy to have the greatest digital asset ever created. No worries, bro. No worries. No worries at all. I totally get it, man. I totally get it. Absolutely. Yes, sir. You bet. I totally get that, Deep Mind. But I tell you, I can tell you personally, I just, I just, when I read it, you know how it is, right? Deep Mind, Robert, you guys know when a person speaks with a certain level of conviction, it could be even in right, in a chat, you just know you got to pay attention to that, right? You just know, and does that not confirm that for you? The fact that you know that, it confirms it for me too, and that's why I did it. That's why I was like, I kept it, I kept the screenshot, and I kept saying it over and over because it was something powerful about the way it was stated. You know what I'm saying? It was something powerful about the way it was stated. What is the gold ratio? I heard 80-1. I don't know. I remember that Cryptopolis was going over that with Kimes one day on his channel, but I don't remember what they said. Jake from the state is in the building. Yeah, exactly, Deep Mind. And I just, again, I appreciate this. I have this little thing for me in my heart of hearts that, you know, and it may be on the optimistic side, I guess, but I just feel that good people want people to win. And when they know they're in the when they're in the know and they know that they're in the know, they want to try in their way to turn people on something, right? That we talking about good people because there's some people that have a lot of information, but they're kind of on the selfish side, right? There's a lot of wealthy people out there who don't necessarily want to share how they got wealthy, or maybe they can't even, or they can't articulate. They can do it, but they can't teach it or train it. But I believe there is a certain amount of people, good people out there, that when they're in the know, they want to share. They want to see more people win. They get that there's this big disparity between the wealthy and those who are not wealthy. I just believe that in my heart of hearts, that they're just good people out there that are in the know. And when they can share something that can help us, that can help the average Joe and average Jane, they do. They try to do it. And for me personally, I believe a lot of the people at Ripple are the same way. So this dude hops in the channel, he says what he says. And do you remember? I said that on one of my streams. I said the dude came in on the stream, he said what he said, and he has never been heard from again. There's a reason for that, right? I mean, there's a reason for that. But I just believe, good people do that. They come in, they come and they share. And I think a lot of that for me is kind of the same way Shane Ellis is. You know, I think he hung out in the space in sharing, as much as he could. And then he had to get out of there. Right. And I think the same thing with Bob Way. Anyone ever noticed that this dude, Bob Way, came onto the scene strong and then you never heard from him again? Like one of those guys, one of those good guys who wants to do a good thing, right? Comes into the scene, then you never hear him again, right? Because you got the people who have the overall plan, and they're like, who is this? What? You here? You here? You here? You here? You here? You here? Yeah, you go reach out to give Bob Way a call and tell him he can't be sharing that kind of stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Deep Mind says, yes, the real Shane Ellis. Exactly. One of those kind of dudes, right? Just kind of one of those dudes. And thank God, right? Thank God that they're out there. Thank God for the Bob Ways of the world. Thank God for the guy who just showed up on Times Stream, made one of the most profound statements I have ever heard since I've been in the digital asset space and never seen again. Shout out to dudes like that. Shout out to Shane Ellis, right? Yeah, yep. Absolutely. And I'm hoping his health gets better, you know, and he comes back because he really wants to do good. And guys, I don't want to get all into this IPO stuff all over again, but don't forget that the people from Ripple, those employees, have a vested interest in XRP doing well. They are not just sitting back and saying, okay, when this IPO comes, we're going to be good. Trust me when I tell you, they have a vested interest in the well-being and the value of XRP. Here's the thing that I don't know if you guys caught this, but Bob Way said, this is what he said 10, 11 months ago. Ripple, the company, is not in the business. It's him. Maybe this is the thing that, I don't know. He said they're not in the business of selling software to financial institutions and banks. He said they are about getting their APIs out to the institutions and the banks that have APIs and tying them into that. That is what they're in the business of doing. And he said, personally, I think they'll make much more money by doing it that way. By doing it that way. Crypto Don Juan is in the building. What's going on, my friend? At Crypto Siege, read my message. Okay, let me see where your message is. XOP Lava, thanks for the $1 super chat, my friend. I appreciate that. Robert Westberg at Crypto Siege. I need to apply for a job at Ripple. Ha ha. Dude, I was thinking about the same thing months ago. I was like, what can I do over at Ripple? What can I do there? Because I could I don't know, I could maybe get a camera and just film them. What can I do at Ripple? Because I know nothing about cryptographic, whatever the heck they call it. I have no idea what the cryptography, zero idea. But hey, what can I do? Can I grab you guys some coffee? You guys need some donuts. Just put me on as an employee. I'll take the minimum pay. Just turn me on to that stock options thing, right? The stock slant XRP option. I'd like to participate in that. You know what I'm saying? I would have no problem participating in that. Corey Anderson, what's good, my friend? All right, let me find your thing, Crypto Don Juan. Let me see where it is. Comedian Chuck Real's in the building. What's going on, Comedian Chuck Real? Omar Orthman is in the stream, guys. What's going on, Omar? Breadwinner INV. What's going on? Breitling, like in the watches, Jake from State. Breitling. Let me find Crypto Don Juan. He wanted me to check out his thing. Dude, okay, there it is. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Crypto Don Juan. Yeah, absolutely. Crypto Don Juan says, tell the wife and kids we said hi and thanks for letting us get your time. I know how that is when you have a family. Thank you, Crypto Don Juan. I appreciate you acknowledging that and understanding that. I definitely appreciate that. Absolutely. I definitely appreciate that, my friend, because it is a thing, right? It is a thing. And that's why I don't be going on what is it? I don't get into that kind of attacking people. I don't do it anyway, but especially the content creators because there's a sacrifice there. You know, there's a level of sacrifice there, and so Crypto Don Juan, I appreciate that question. You know, the daughter was in here just before I started the stream. Miss Crypto Siege came back, which was I think is pretty quick, but she did come back. She must have just went to do some cardio, just checked in with me. But I appreciate you saying that, Crypto Don Juan. I really do. And I will let her know. I will let them know without question. Shane Ellis. Shane Ellis is back. Wow. Okay. Okay. Good to see you, Shane Ellis. Very well said, and it won't be long now. Well, thank you. It won't be long now. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ori Anderson in silver. Oh, what is Omar Othman here? 589 is a code, not money. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that before. Omar Othman says 589 is a code. It's not money. 5 is May. 8 is August. 9 is September. Bull run will be in May, August, September, and 589 equals 22 equals 2020. This year is the year. Love you all. I appreciate that, my friend. I think that's very, very cool. I hope it happens. Ha ha ha. All right, Sam Beckett says, got to add a crypto siege here. Sam underscore Beckett, good to see you in the stream, my friend. If silver or gold is 1,000, silver and 20, then USD is super duper overinflated at Crypto Siege. Gold is the inflation hedge for the USD. If gold hits 20K, the USA is in the crap. And that's exactly what they were saying in that video. We will be moving away from the dollar. The dollar it's in trouble. They have to come up with something. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what that thing, it might be a second global currency. It might be an ESDR. It's going to be something alongside of the SDR because that seems to be the push to kind of get the IMF to be the savior of the global economic crisis. So yeah, absolutely. And my thing is, and what are they going to do? I don't know. How they're going to make it happen, I don't know. But the fact that that agreement had just recently expired, where it was an agreement, a 2-year or 3-year agreement where they could not change the value of gold they had to kind of limit the gold price. And so that kind of agreement has ended. And now essentially the price of gold can be set to whatever they need it to be. TJ Jackson says, yes, I make it my business to specifically say good people without question, man. It's really, I just believe that in my heart of hearts. And I like to kind of live that way without question. So Noel Jordan is in the building. Good to see you. Somebody said the current gold to silver ratio was 80-1. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I got rid of the gold and silver, to get the XRP. So I can't be mad, right? Blessed to be an XRP hodler. Blessed to be early in this digital asset space. And again, guys, I hope that you get it. Hope that you understand. I hope you feel it in your heart of hearts. I hope you can walk with your head up and your shoulders back, knowing that you are playing a game that the masses don't even know is being played. And you're winning. And you're winning, my friends. That is powerful. That is a good spot. That is a good place to be. Guys, 138 people in the stream and 101 likes. I appreciate you guys doing that. If you get a chance on the way in to smash a like, just collapse the chat real quick. If you're enjoying the chat, go back and smash the like, then come back and hang out on the channel, guys. It definitely helps with the algorithm on YouTube, and we're trying to continue our streak of streams where we have just as many likes as we have viewers in the streams. We're almost there. Crypto Don Juan, again, I appreciate that, my friend. What else? What else? Okay, let me see. Oh, okay. I hear you, Jay from State. I hear you. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. It's good that you know your moves. Jay from the States said, I almost sold my silver for XRP, but borrowed against your 401k instead. I hear you, right? I hear you, my friend. I hear that. I hear you. Good for you. Omar Othman says XRP will rise step by step, but sure and will hit more than $100 in the next 3 years. Yeah, we shall see. We shall see where it's going to be, and you may be right. But here's the thing that I do know: they need the price of XRP to be high. Phillips family's in the building. How you doing, my friend? Phillips family says, "Damn, Siege, I just came in on your live stream. Oh wow, bro. Oh wow. Yeah, you'll have to catch the replay, my friend." Yes, it is. It really is, and I want. It is good to what is it? Diversify into the precious metals. It really, really is. And as soon as I watched that video, I was like, man, all right, Robert, I appreciate that, brother. I'll talk to you soon, bro. I remember thinking, man, but don't have any. So good for you good for you guys that do have some gold and silver still. That's awesome. David would like 700 per XRP, says Noel Jordan. Yeah, I would be cool with that. I would definitely be cool with that. Nick Mirando's in the building. Yes, they're selling it now. I just got my stuff today. What is that, Nick Mirando? You guys talking amongst yourself? I missed that. Deep Mind shared something. Oh, wow. Something to snack on. Page 134. Okay. Let me do this because every time I try to do it the other way, it don't work. I got it, Deep Mind. I appreciate it, bro. What in the world? I don't know why it does that. Hold on one second. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've definitely seen that, Deep Mind. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen that a few times now. I think I have that in my bookmarks without question. But thank you for sharing that, bro. John Edwards is in the building. Good to see you, John. Oh, okay. It says yes, Robinhood. You can buy a few crypto, but you don't get to own the keys. I got you. Yeah. I won't do it personally. I hear you. Yeah. If I guess if you leave it on there, right? So you can buy it, and you got to get it off there if you want to have the control of it, right? On Robinhood, you got to get it off of there. GeoXRP, no. I just know that ultimately, the higher the value of XRP, the less of it you have to use. So you'll be able to hold on to more of it. The value of it is high in terms of transactions. But when we're talking trillions of dollars in notional grocer accounts, and to move that kind of money, you can't do it at 20 cents and 30 cents and $1, $5. You know, it has to be in the hundreds, in my opinion, per XRP to begin to even look to do the things that they're looking to do with central bank debt, no-show vulture accounts, and the like. So that's the way I kind of see how things are going to go. And when you really think about what Kimes was saying in his stream, how does this governance at this summit, how do they come up with a value if they're looking to do that for the central banks? How do they do that? Well, they take the each central bank and say, okay, this is what I typically do. This is what I did the last 3 years. Those are those numbers. Then you take the last 3 years of this other central bank. You take the last 3 years of this other. Okay, and how much do I do per day? And then they can determine what your daily transactions say. Well, what does this asset, what does it need to do? Where does it need to be in order to get that accomplished? That's evaluation. Now, the NASDAQ, of course, can plug in via APIs into just about anything that it wants to. That's why Brian Bitton says the NASDAQ liquidity will be the standard. I agree with him. You know what I mean? I agree with him. Noel Jordan says early investor will benefit. Absolutely. I'm telling you guys, that's the thing. That's the thing. Oh, the bearable bull. The bearable bull. It's not the bearable bull. It's yeah. This is the bearable bull that shows up on my comments every now and then. I enjoy. It's not the bearable bull. This is not. It's not. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the bearable bull here, and I got this aggressively average content for you today. That is not who's in the stream. This is a different one, right? And I encourage the bearable bull here with no space in between it. Just keep showing up, man. I challenge you to keep showing up. Oh yeah, without question. Yeah. What's this? Sir Captain Sticks is in the building. What's going on, man? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I enjoy listening to the real bearable bull. I enjoy him. I enjoy listening to him. Yep, that's exactly right. We don't have, that's exactly right. The mods are doing their things without question. And so that's where we are, guys. And again, that's the issue for me. The XRP price set, cool, but there will be no price set without this, and that is a crisis. And I believe it to be. It might be a combination. It might be the China trade thing. It might be this whole coronavirus thing. It might be central bank debt. It might be a combination, 2 or 3 different things. But without it, no price set. Right? Without it, no price set. You know what I mean? And so Shane Ellis showed up. Good to see Shane Ellis in the stream. Eli, what's going on? Yo, what's up, people? I will be listening in while driving home from work. You're going to have to catch the replay, Eli. I'm getting ready to hang out, man. Ready to bang out. I got to hook up with Miss Crypto Seas. We got to put together some business tools real quick. Crypto Phantom is in the building. Once XRP is priced, I believe it will be a lot higher than we all expect. Worldwide banks all using XRP in cross-border payments. I can definitely see 1,000 per XRP. I got a good friend in the banking space who has no problem at all whatsoever believing and seeing one day waking up in the morning, Thursday it's one price and Friday morning is a 4. This dude said 4 figures, has no problem believing it. And, I'm cool with it. Rasheen B. Wealth is in the building. Good to see you, my friend. Yep. The Lucky D is like, no, Siege, no conspiracies, this theory. Stay real. Don't believe the nonsense that goes around. Then everyone believes it. If it's faster and cheaper, that's all we need. And that, without question. And that is, in the end, that's exactly what it is. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that the liquidity, right? The global economic crisis is illiquidity. Right? It's illiquidity. That's the crisis. It's illiquidity. And the Mnuchins and the Powells and the Donald himself will start talking more and more and more and more and more about it. The Nostro Vostros and the fact that's a real thing, and the fact that people, is stuck in these accounts. And this is the message that Brad Garlinghouse has been pushing. Once they start pushing that the central bank has got this kind of stuff going on, and all these banks got this trapped liquidity, and they start you saw these last two things was the CNN and I think CNBC. They start talking about one of the things said XRP is a liquidity, like a liquidity provider, frees up liquidity. This is on CNBC or CNN. That was the statement. So what I'm seeing is they're starting to teach the masses what they didn't say Ripple, they didn't say a cryptocurrency, they said XRP, liquidity equals liquidity. It was either CNN or CNBC, one of those. Why? Because they're going to start training the masses what XRP does. XRP liquidity, XRP liquidity, XRP on-demand liquidity. They're going to start training the masses. And in addition to that, they're going to start saying lack of liquidity here, lack of liquidity in the central bank system, lack of liquidity in the commercial banks, lack of liquidity, XRP liquidity, lack of liquidity, XRP liquidity, lack of liquidity, XRP liquidity. That's the message. They're going to start sending that message, and then whether it be Mnuchin or Powell, whoever it is, they're going to start pointing to ODL, on-demand liquidity, and what it's been doing for Europe, and XRP ODL liquidity and what it's been doing for Australia, and XRP and on-demand liquidity and what it's been doing for Mexico. They're gonna right. They're gonna. That's why Ripple's going this way. Right? They got to prove it, right? MoneyGram's going to get on there and say what it's been doing for them, how it's been providing liquidity, And then the crisis. The world's going to fall apart unless we solve what? The illiquidity crisis. And then the masses aren't going to care about a price set. We're in a crisis, right? We're in a crisis. The world is in a crisis. And this, I saw on CNBC or CNN the other day that XRP is this liquidity provider. This ODL provides liquidity. Here's this. Even MoneyGram is using it. We all know MoneyGram. You see what I'm saying, my dude? That is what they're going to start pushing. It's not a conspiracy. It is the reality. The reality is there's 10, 11 trillion dollars just tied up in Nostra Vostra accounts. And the reality is the central banks have done some things, screwed up some stuff, and been printing money, been doing all that kind of stuff. And they're going to put the central bank debt and the government debt and the world crises all together and say that we need something to answer all of those things. And the central banks are moving into the digital asset space. And XRP is in there in the middle doing these settlement things. They're going to start praising XRP. They're going to start praising on-demand liquidity. And the NASDAQ, here's the thing that I say. The NASDAQ is going to say, boom, XRP, whatever price. And no one, my friend, is going to argue with them. No one. No one. Not the Donald, not Steve Mnuchin, not Powell, not Congress. No one is going to argue with them. Not backed. Not the New York Stock Exchange. No one. And the NASDAQ is going to say, look, these are the exchanges that we've been API into. And how about that we've been APIing into MoneyGram? We've been APIing into the ODL. The SEC runs a node. We can validate that what they're saying, and these are the numbers. All of it. It's all going to come into place one step at a time. And trust me when I tell you this. When the NASDAQ does it, remember, there's a price set for gold that's done, I believe, every single day from London by an association. Who makes up this association in London that is allowed to do this gold price set every single day? Anybody know who that association is? And here's the thing. That price set is done every single day, and who questions it? Who questions what that association in London does? Not a one. All right, Deep Wayne, be careful, brother. We'll talk soon. We'll talk soon, brother. Who questions it? No one. And when the NASDAQ does its liquidity index thing, no one's going to question it. No one's going to question it. Because remember, we are in the digital asset space. We are a small group, right? What is it, like 1%? Susie from Esoteric Trading Solutions said like we're like 1.2% of the world that is even open, even on the nose with digital asset space or owns digital assets, right? The masses are not going to question it. They're just not going to question that whatever price that the NASDAQ comes. I mean, the masses are just not going to question, right? And then they got the utility in the real world going on. Ripple has the utility in the real world going on, so that Mnuchin and Powell and the Donald can say, "Yep, look at what this company, this U.S. of A. company, is doing with this on-demand liquidity tool." Central bankers will start saying it. The IMF will start saying it. Madame Lagarde will start saying it. They're all going to start chiming in on XRP and on-demand liquidity. It's just a matter of time before they start doing it. You know, it's just a matter of time. So we may be like, whoa, but the masses are going to listen to what the mainstream media tells them, and mainstream media is listening to what old money is printing out for them. Here's a narrative. This is what you can put out. This is what you can't put out. Because in the end, it's going to be a crisis. And the global economic crisis right now, without question, is illiquidity. Because they screwed up. They've screwed up, and they've been screwing up for a long time. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to give some shout outs before I head off here. Win Mullet, I appreciate you being here, my friend. Shaw XRP, good to see you in the stream, my friend. Yes, so there is no price sets without what? It is a global crisis. And I believe that to be the central bank debt, my friend. But definitely check out the replay. Binte video. You smart. Thank you. Good stream. Thank you. Gotcha. Okay. See you. All right. See you, Jay from the States. Sir Captain 6, I appreciate you being here. XRP Benno, good to see you in the stream, my friend. XRP Lava, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for hanging out today. Staff Sergeant Marines, as always, I appreciate you being here. Brad Barlinghouse, good to see you in the stream today, bro. Dubin 2, as always, good to see you. Pastor Rick, thanks for hanging out. Deep Mind, checked out. I'm going to chat with him later. Samsung 850, I appreciate you being here. Jackie 33 was good, miss. Good to see you in the stream. XRP Joe, thanks for hanging out. The Lucky D, I appreciate you being here. Right? Who else? Crypto Phantom, appreciate you hanging out. Darcy, I appreciate you being here, my dude. GeoXRP, thanks for hanging out today. XRP Boy, appreciate you checking in. Michael O2, appreciate you being here. Rasheen B. Wealthy, appreciate you hanging out, my friend. TJ Jackson, as always, I appreciate you being here. Smart People checked in. Appreciate you being here, smart people. What else did I miss? Content Consumer. Appreciate you hanging out today. The Lucky D, I appreciate you being here. John Edwards, as always, appreciate you being here. Jonathan Matamoros, I appreciate you hanging out today, my friend. Eli, as always, thanks for hanging out. Crypto Phantom, thanks for chilling today with my friend. I bought Charlie's bags. I appreciate you hanging out on the stream today, my friend. Dazheeb Beardigan, I appreciate you being here. Newell Jordan, I appreciate you being here. Nick Miranda was hanging out today in the stream. I appreciate you being here, bro. Newell Jordan, appreciate you being here. XRP Benno. did I miss anyone? I think I got every. Corey Anderson, thanks for hanging out. The Phillips family, I appreciate you being here, my friend. Wen Mullet, as always, good to see you. Alex Yeet, I will catch that other message that you sent me for sure to XRP Rocket Man. Thanks for hanging out. Corey Anderson, thanks for being here. Julian Fishon, I appreciate you being here. Crypto_Don Juan, thanks for hanging today, my friend. Robert Westberg, as always, appreciate you being here, brother. Nick Mirando, Omar Othman, appreciate you hanging today. Also got Morris Prince C7, Jit check in. Good to see you in the stream, my friend. Who else? I think I got everyone. Dark Matter, what is that? Dark Matter Trading Group. I appreciate you being here. That's right. Ripple did say XRP. The way is the bloodline of Ripple, without question. That's what they said. All right, XRP Lava. Thanks again for the super chat, my friend. Breadwinner INV, I appreciate you hanging out today, man. Comedian Chuck Real, appreciate you hanging on the stream today, my friend. Like this looks like that's everyone. I could go up any further. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up this stream like I do all my videos and remind you of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sideline? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.